Hi, Haikaloo here. In my last video, I gave you kind of an overview of my bow, my Hoyt. It's an XT2000 made by Hoyt. It's a very, very good bow, and I highly recommend it, but they don't make these anymore. This is like 11 years old, okay? And what I want to do today is show you another bow and also my crossbow. So I'm going to put this down. This is what I showed you in my last video. It's the XT2000 made by Hoyt. It has a dampering system here, a double dampering system, you know, to take a lot of the vibration, and it focuses it more on a dampering system. Great bow. Okay, so I'm going to put this down for now. Here we go. Now, I want to show you this little bow. It's a simple bow, nothing complex about it. It's made by PSE, if you can see that. PSE. I want to show the camera that so you guys can see that. PSE. This is a great bow. I also recommend this company. This is a great company. PSE makes excellent bows, precision. And this was my first bow that I bought 11 years ago. A buddy of mine had one just like this. I shot his bow and I fell in love. Went straight to the store and bought one. And a very accurate bow. So I would say if you're going to get a bow, 3 major companies that I would personally buy bows from, that I would recommend to you also, is Hoyt, Matthew, and PSE. Okay, and this is a great bow. Now I want to get to my crossbow to show to you, and I have a video I made, and it's called Crossbow Shooting with Whispering Cloud. It's a pretty successful crossbow shooting instructional safety bow of handling a firearm, and I want to show it to you now. And this is my crossbow. Now, I had a lot of questions from people who watch my video, and they asked me what kind of bow is that and what is it called. And this one's called a 10-point. If you can see that, get that nice and close. It's a 10-point. Alright, there's a 10-point. Crossbow Technologies. Now, this crossbow, it's a good crossbow, and I would recommend it. It has a beautiful cocking system here. This little thing here helps you cock the string back, which I found that to be very interesting because it could make a world of difference for people who are handicapped, who have handicap, you know, issues in their life, and they would like to enjoy the outdoors just as much as we would. So with this mechanism here that cocks the string, they don't have to physically do it themselves if they're confined to a wheelchair. So this really helps out, you know, to for people with disabilities to really enjoy themselves just like we do. That's why I really like this bow, because it goes far beyond just, you know, for regular people. People with special needs, this bow is excellent for. Okay, this is a Titan. If you can see it, it's called the Point-Titan-TL-7. This is for all the people who always had any questions watching my crossbow shooting with Whispering Cloud. Okay, and there it is. I'm going to put it there. You can see it clearly on the camera. Okay, and this bow, I would say, it's good. It's a little noisy. I do have some damperings on I do have some dampering. These little rubber damperings, and it's for the limbs, but it's still, for some reason, it is kind of noisy, and I would tell you. And if you were going to buy a crossbow, I would suggest, if you really have an issue with sound and it's, you know, these things make too much sound for your liking, get a recurve crossbow. They have recurve crossbows, and they are less, they're more quiet. They don't make as much noise as these mechanical crossbows. These things are pretty accurate, and they do have a little punch to them, you know. So you definitely, if you're gonna go hunting, you can count on this crossbow to take down your prey. And there's many different uses that people use crossbows. They can, you know, a lot of people go they go hunting for alligators with these things, you know. I saw a video on it too. They were alligator hunting with a crossbow, and very successfully, you know. They got their game. So as far as this crossbow is concerned, it's a good crossbow, but if you have an issue with sound, if it's too noisy for you, best thing you can do, get yourself a recurve crossbow. Those things are really quiet, and they do come with a mechanical device attached to them as far as to bring the string back, but the recurves are not as it's not as hard to pull back, so most likely you can put your foot in this little device here on the bottom or on the front of the crossbow, put it on the floor, put your foot in it, extend the string with your hands, and they do have these little ropes with hooks that you can attach and pull it up, and you can load it if you have an issue as far as how fast these things can load, because with this cocking mechanism it does take a little extra time. But like I said, the good thing about this crossbow is with this cocking mechanism, it makes it possible for people with certain handicaps, to enjoy shooting just as much as we do. So that's why I really like this idea of this cocking mechanism that's been incorporated on this crossbow. And the crossbow is made by 10 Point. Like I said, it's a Titan TL-7. TL-7 Titan, and it's a great crossbow. So basically, I just want to show you my crossbow that I had made that video a couple of years ago. I want to show you the bolts with it. Okay, these are the bolts, little bolts here. I will show you real quick. And these are field tips are on them. Okay, and these are pretty good. This is from Real Tree. See that? Okay, and these are Eastern arrows, and they're Real Tree Power. That's what it's called, and it says what here? 11.3 GPI. All right, so just to give you an idea what you're looking at, I want to show to both cameras here real quick. Okay, and these are the bolts that go with the crossbow. I have another one for you to show you. Okay, and this is what it looks like. The bolt, and a fully dressed bolt to go hunting with. And just to show you the tip. Okay, I wanted to show you that tip there. There we go. Alright, and this is an Eastern bolt made by the company Eastern Arrows, and it's called a Real Tree Power 11.3 GPI. Just to give you that, just to let you see that. And I want to share my bow with you today, the PSE. I want to kind of go over this with you and let you see it. It's a pretty decent bow, okay, and it's very accurate. I shot this bow. This was one of the first bows that I bought. I was very satisfied, how this thing operated, deadly right on. The sight that I have is called True Glow. It also has like a fiber optic in it, if you can see that. It has like a little fiber optics in there. Let's just see that with the camera. And it's made by True Glow. Okay, so basically that's it. It's my second compound bow that I have, and also I have my crossbow. I want to show it to you so you can have a bird's eye view of my crossbow. I want to show you the whole thing so you guys can see it from one camera to another, coming here and zooming in on this camera. I have two cameras hooked up, so we can have two different angles. I'm going to have a split, screen video that I'm making, and hopefully you'll like it. You'll see two different angles of the camera, from the cameras of my crossbow. And this is a great thing to have. Crossbows are great. They're like, they have a nice sight on them. The only thing, the drawback, there's only one little drawback with this crossbow. It's a little noisy. If noise doesn't really bother you, if you're more interested in just target shooting, and noise is not an issue, then fine. These are great crossbows to buy, the 10 Point Titan It's a great crossbow. If you do have a issue with noise, I would suggest you get a recurve crossbow. Doesn't matter who you get it from, what company, but recurve's a lot quieter, and they're softer. You know, they may not be as fast, you know, PSI, but you know, it still will take down the prey. So that's what I recommend. If you have an issue with noise, get yourself a recurve crossbow. That's all you got to do, and that will kind of eliminate a lot of issues as far as dealing with noise. You know. Okay, so this is Hikaloo. I want to thank you again, and happy trails. May you always enjoy your hiking and camping adventures, and may they be a pleasurable experience all the time with a lot of enthusiasm. Thank you. Until next time, take care.